but I'm not fully prepared to stream it, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. And I guess for time reference, I have about I guess I have I have about 45 minutes to an hour is my time frame that I have right now. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's about right. Yeah. Okay. um, some allergies and stuff. Testing, test, test. Yes, hello, hello. Okay. Maybe you could ask the audience. Yeah. I don't really remember. That could if that helps, yeah. If you hear me blowing my if that helps, yeah. If you hear me blowing my nose, it's because I have some allergies today. Yeah. Yeah. If you hear me blowing my if that helps, yeah. If you hear me blowing my nose, it's because I have some allergies today. Yeah. Yeah. If you hear me blowing my if that helps, yeah. If you hear me blowing my nose, it's because I have some allergies today. I have 5D chess in my headphones, so that really shouldn't affect any of your sound, right? Wait, my video is not on, right? Just double checking. It's just my voice is connected, not my video, right? Well, yeah, but it's just my voice, not a video of me. Just double check. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah, I was just wondering if they. Never mind. Yeah, I guess I can't stream into your channel anyway. Okay, never mind. Yeah.
Okay, looks like we're live. All right, so hello, Coach John. So we'll be playing.
Hello there.
Yes, hello. Oh, thank you for joining the stream. We're gonna finish the game that we played last time. Did you want to do some puzzles first?
Maybe a couple puzzles first would be cool.
Okay, so it seems like a lot of the people who are kind of new to this, they like to do the puzzles first. Okay, so how do we get there? We go to. No, that's not right. We're in the wrong spot. You're watching the stream, right?
Well, it says offline still.
Yeah, so
from what I could tell,
the Discord. So I click puzzles.
Wait, are you streaming under the chosen one?
I'm streaming on YouTube, so the link is.
Oh.
The link is posted in the Discord.
Okay. Gotcha.
In my Discord.
On your channel?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha.
Okay, so you don't have the game. I guess we could do tactics on my computer. So this is a rook checkmate in 1. You did this puzzle, right?
Yeah. I have done it, but maybe just over kind of for the audience and see if if I'm understanding it correctly.
Okay. So okay, you've solved this before?
I did. I thought I did.
Okay. So like here we have the view of the past. This is the present on the far right. So we see where all the pieces have been in the past up to this point, and here it's white to move. So I guess it's a 5x5 board, so coordinates are kind of like, so I guess this bottom left could be A1, the top right could be E5.
Mm-hmm.
So you know the solution? So yeah.
Yeah, so it's white. Yeah, apparently it was rook E5, rook up. I remember rook that. E5, you're just you're capturing the king. But what confused me is when I made the move, I didn't have to play. It just checked the king automatically. So it was interesting because it's checking the king automatically in the past.
Okay, so I can like submit the move. So you want me to just submit the move and explain?
Yeah.
Okay, so I submit the move. And yes, so this is check. Because keep in mind the rook moves in one dimension at a time, but as far as he wants until he's blocked. So we can see that the rook moves on the x and y, but he's also moving on the time axis. And this is check because it's attacking the king. The king used to be on e5, and now we put our rook on e5. He's attacking the king in the past, which was also on e5. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I was noticing it seems like when you make a move, it's only it seems like it's only like if I move my rook there and there's a queen. Let's say there's a queen where the king is on e5, right? Are you attacking the queen in the past as well? But it's just not considered check.
Yeah. So if you're queen, if you had a queen on e5 somewhere in the past, I'd be attacking
Yeah.
that first.
Oh, you'd be attack. Would you be? You wouldn't be capturing it though, huh?
I'm sorry. What?
You would when you if you played rook e5 and there's a queen, let's say on e5 in the like in the past, like imagine the black king's a queen. You would just be attacking the queen in the past. You would not be capturing the king. But
Right.
since you're checking the king in the past, and it's so far in the past, you can't make a timeline to get out of it. Like that's what I didn't get. That's what I didn't understand. Like when can the king escape? You check in the past, is that like basically game over?
Right. So you can only make moves from the present. So this board here is the present, so you can only move from this board, but you can move potentially to the past. So you're in check in the past. So any move you make on this board will mean that on the next move I can go back in time and capture your king. And the reason why it's checkmate is there's no move that can stop me from doing that. Does that make sense?
Oh, so like go to the second diagram, for example, and so in the second diagram, yeah, like the second diagram, yeah.
You're talking about.
Okay.
What do you mean by second diagram?
Okay, on the very left, there's the first diagram.
Oh,
I
so
guess.
this is the. So we usually call this let's see, turn 1. So these two boards are on the far left are turn 1. Then the next two are turn 2, and the next two are turn 3. So the far right is turn 3. The far left is turn 1. So just like in chess.
The far left. The far left is turn 1.
The far left is turn 1. So white to move, black to move.
Yeah.
Those are turn 1. So which move?
Okay.
Which board are you talking about?
If you could go to turn 2.
Turn 2. So white or black to move on turn 2?
Black. Well, assuming that the rook check has already been played.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to turn 2 again.
Turn 2, which is right here.
Oh wait, what? Because there's a stream delay. I'm trying to figure out.
Right.
Turn 2 is the second from the left, right?
Turn 2 is the second from the two middle boards are turn 2. One of them's white to move. One of them's black to move.
I see 4 middle boards.
Okay, so just like in chess, like when you write on your score sheet, you write 1 e4 and then black plays 1 e5. It's turn 1, but white has to move, black has to move. So each of these boards, the white border boards are white to move, the black border boards are black to move.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, okay. That's so that's actually just that's the whole sequence is 3 moves ago or
the whole sequence is 3 moves ago. Yeah, so it started on turn 1, and then the check happens on turn 3, but the pass needs to have happened in order for this to work. I hope that answers your question. So
if the black king on turn 1,
black to move.
I guess what do you call it? Yeah, black to move turn 1.
Yeah.
Can we go to that one?
So this king right here, my cursor's on him.
I'll wait for the stream to catch it.
Okay, sounds good. There's quite a delay.
Yeah, it seems like there might be like a 20 to 30 second delay or something.
I know, it's kind of crazy. Like on YouTube, you can watch it with if you pause like the YouTube that you're watching and you play it, you'll be a little bit further behind.
Oh,
That doesn't have.
I see I see your king. It was like 30 seconds later that your cursor was finally on the
Yeah.
on that king on.
Right. So what?
So I'll just have to not rely on the visuals. I'll have to rely on my imagination, kind of, I guess.
So yes. So what were you asking about this king?
Yeah. So that king. Yeah. So that king on the on turn one.
Turn one, black to move.
Why can't it? Why can't it move to the left at all?
Because you can only move from the
Yeah.
present. So this king's future is this king's movements are already defined. So
Mm-hmm.
so like, okay.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
that
So
makes sense, actually.
oh yes. So I'm white. On the next move, let's say, let's say you make a time jump with your king from the present, and you make a new timeline. Let's say this happened. Well, that doesn't stop me from attacking you. I could go rook travels from the most futuristic position. I could go rook travels from the timeline that the king left, all the way back to white to move on turn one. So my rook could time travel all the way back to turn one, white to move, and capture your black king. And yes, the black king it's already on e5 on turn one, so there's no way to dodge an attack in the past because your movements are already defined. So like if you said, should I give like a really morbid or like a really bad example? Like like if I said your plane to London is gonna crash, and you already died. Like if I was, and let's say you died in a plane crash to London, and then I was like, and you were a ghost, and I was showing you like your past. It's too late to stop yourself from getting on that plane because it happened in the past.
Yeah.
So that's that's what's happening to the Black King, if that makes sense. You can't change the past. You can only create a new timeline where that doesn't happen, but that doesn't help you because if any king gets captured in any timeline, then the game is over. Does that make sense?
Right. So, right, that makes sense. So you're moving the king to a different timeline, but the rook is still there to capture it.
Yes. So,
if you try to get out of check, you're moving your king to a different timeline, but it didn't help.
Yeah. So the king from the present is not in check. So this king in the present is not in check, but the king in the past is. So moving this king in the present doesn't actually do anything to help the king in the past.
Yeah.
So like if you got into a car accident as a kid and you broke your legs, like you couldn't do anything now about that, you know, to give yourself new legs or whatever.
Okay, so you when you say it's already defined, if I were to move my king, let's say if I were to move the king in turn one, the black king, if I wanted to start a new timeline if I wanted to move the black king, how do I phrase this question?
If you wanted to start a new timeline where you didn't, the king didn't die.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I started a new timeline where the king is not dead, but it still gets captured by the rook.
Yeah. So like if you wanted to travel back in time and stop yourself from getting in a car where you break your legs, you could do that, but it would create a new timeline where you don't get in the car and you don't break your legs. But in the old timeline, it still exists. So, like if you break your legs in any timeline, then the game is over. Think about it that way.
I saw the computer, like when I had the king in check, it would like move its king to a totally different timeline, like completely. Like it would, like the old king wouldn't be there. Why would the old king be? Yeah, how to do that?
Yeah, because you're trying to capture the rook but you have to do it like, let's say there were two timelines instead of one. Right now there's just one timeline. You have to travel from a timeline where you're not in check. So there's only one timeline and you are in check. But if there was two timelines, you could time travel from that timeline and then capture the rook that's in the present right now. There's only one timeline. There's no way to capture the rook in the present right now. So
there was another timeline. The king could, you say the king has to capture the rook, or can it just move out to to a safe?
If you just pretend that there's more, anything can capture the rook. If anything can capture the rook right on the next turn, then you save yourself. But there's no move that captures the rook in this time because there's no way to time travel back because there's only one timeline. And if you make any move on this one timeline, then it's not capturing the rook. So it's like making an illegal move.
Oh wait, are you saying the only way to get out of check is by a different timeline piece capturing the rook?
Yes. So the only way, or it could be on the same timeline. So like, yeah. So the only legal move is to capture this rook. You see.
But if there was another timeline, I could only move. You could only move your king to a different timeline if the king's in the present. Is that correct?
You can only move your
king to a different timeline if it's in the present.
You can only move from the present.
If you're a king?
With any piece.
Okay, you mean the present timeline or the present turn 1, present turn 2, like.
So you can only move your king. I'm trying to understand your question.
So if you think about turn 1, if there was if it's turn, let's say instead of moving my rook up for the checkmate to e5, what if I go back to turn 1?
Let's just reset the puzzle. Yeah, okay, we can.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to time travel with this rook instead of playing the checkmating move. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. What if I wanted to time travel with the rook in the turn 1? Is that possible?
Yes, you can. So by doing that, it'll create a new timeline.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so... but in one timeline, it will still be the exact same diagram as turn 1, white turn 1.
Yeah. So the past is already. You can't change the past. You can only create new timelines. So the past of this timeline already happened. So when you travel back in time, it creates a new timeline.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, so when you go to turn 1, if you go to turn 1 and you move the rook all the way to the left, it's going to make a new timeline, but the past already happened.
Yes, exactly. Makes sense?
That does make sense, and you made a new timeline with the black kings in check, but but at the same time, okay, that makes sense. So if you do move a king to a different timeline, it has to be from the current turn, not a previous turn. That's kind of what I'm asking?
No. So yes. So if you want to move any piece, not just the king, to a different timeline, it has to be from the present. So here, now that white made his move, it's black's move. So black could from the future. So now you see how the present has moved back. So now this is considered the future. On the original timeline, it's black to move. So this black king could make a time jump. Okay, well, actually, this is a puzzle, so it won't let me play more moves. Well,
gotcha.
So let's just click submit, and then see, like, if I submit it, then it says puzzle failed. You see?
Oh, yeah.
But we could do like a simple example, like let me do let's do just a simple game. So what? Let's see. Versus, let's just do CPU match. Local match. There's one that's super simple. It's just okay. I kind of want to have there be more than just kings. Let's see. King and rook, defended pawn. Okay, what is this? Just bishops, just rooks. Well, let's do just rooks. Focus just rooks. So we have this position here. You'll have to wait for the stream delay. So we can make some random moves. You see?
I'll wait. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can make some random moves, and then I don't know, make some more random moves. Okay. See, it flips every time. So I don't know. Maybe it's useful to not have it flip every time. Okay. So you want to make a time travel move, right?
Yeah. Right.
So let's time travel with the rook. So the bottom left is A1. Let's time travel with the rook on A2. We're going to travel all the way back to turn 1. So it's worth noting that you can only travel from where it's white to move to where it's white to move if you're white, and the same with black. You can only travel from where it's black to move to where it's black to move.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we created a new timeline. Okay, now if this is considered the original timeline is considered the future, right? And the present has shifted back. You see?
Yeah.
So now let's make a time travel move for black. We'll take this king and we'll time travel him back. Oh wait, let's submit the move first. We'll take the black king and we will time travel back 1 turn. So now that creates a different timeline. You see? Do you see what's going on? You're gonna have to wait for the...
Yeah.
So like you can still travel from the board that has no future defined, but you don't have to make moves there until the present catches up with it. But you still have to... You have to make... Your turn is complete when you make a move on all boards that are in the present. You see? That are on active timelines. Let's see, does that help you understand a bit more?
Yeah, I kind of don't understand what makes a timeline inactive. It's kind of confusing.
Okay, so let's... Yeah, I'll do an example. Let's do another time travel. Let's have black do another time travel move. We're going to... Actually, we can't do that. Oh, wait, we can't do it with a rook. We can do it with a king, though. We're going to do a time travel move like this. And that's going to create another timeline. See, whenever black creates timelines, it's above. Because we're playing from the white perspective. Whenever black creates a timeline, it creates a timeline above the other timelines. When white creates a timeline, it creates a timeline below the board. So black created a new timeline. We're going to submit the move now. White is going to make a random move in the present right here. And he's got to make a move on this board too. We're not going to put checkmate, by the way. Okay, now let's say black creates another time jump. So we're going to see how... We're going to jump again. Oh, it's not even possible. It's too bad. Oh, we're going to have to make a stalling move. Oh, yes, and there's another... Oh, actually, no. We can travel from this board. Oh, wait, no, we can't. We can't, or can we? We can. We can make another move. So now black created 2 more timelines than white. So you're looking at this position. You got to wait for the stream to catch up. And we have a new timeline created, and you see there's instead of a purple arrow, there's a black arrow, and it's above all the other timelines. So the original timeline, you can see the letters here. 0L is the main timeline, the original. When white created a timeline, it became +1L. When black created a timeline, it became -1L. And then black's second timeline that he created is -2L. And now the third timeline black created is -3L. You see? I see the black arrow now. Okay, so black created 2 more timelines than white, and when you create 2 more than your opponent has, then that timeline becomes inactive. So now we see the top timeline is inactive, because you can't just create timelines forever with your opponent not creating any. So there's a limit to how many you can create, and it depends on how many your opponent has created.
So inactive timelines are no longer the present?
Yeah, you don't have to... So it's optional for white to move on this board. So here, let's make a move for black on this board first. Let's do that. And now it's white to move. So I'm going to make my moves for white. So let's just make a move here. I'm just making random moves. And I'll make a move here. And notice how... I'm going to wait for this position to catch up. Notice how I can submit my moves. I haven't moved on this timeline. The very top timeline with the black arrow, I have not moved yet, but it's still letting me submit my move. It's still letting me submit my moves because on an inactive timeline, it's optional to move. So if white wanted to, white could move on this timeline. So white could make a move if he wanted to, and then it's black to move on that timeline. And now that it's black to move, now black has the option of moving on that timeline, but he doesn't have to. So now let's make some moves for black. Just random moves. Random, I don't know. So, okay, notice how black moved on all the boards except for the top timeline. He can submit the moves right away. He doesn't have to move on the top timeline because it's inactive. Let's see. Well, I did the same thing with white a move ago, but yeah, he doesn't.
Now, do the timelines naturally join into the same turn, or does that not always happen?
What do you mean by join?
I mean, like, I noticed that most of these timelines are on turn. Was it turn 5 or so? Let's see, maybe turn maybe turn 4 or so.
Yeah, turn 4. Yeah.
Now, are they all going to naturally converge to turn 4, turn 5, etc., turn 6? stuff.
They're all gonna converge. What do you mean by converge?
I mean, are they all going to be on turn 5 eventually, or whatever turn? Like let's say they're on different. Let's say one timeline's on turn 3, one's on turn 4, one's on turn 5. Will they naturally all merge into turn 7 or turn or you know? Will the ones that are on less turns catch up to the ones that are on more turns eventually?
Yeah, but well, for the inactive timelines, they are kind of frozen unless a player decides to move on them.
Yeah,
so that's what an inactive timeline is. Unless the player decides to move on them. The active timelines, they have to catch up to the present. So your turn is not complete until you move on all the turns. So White's turn is not complete unless he moves all of these boards. He has to make a move on all of the active boards, and then he can submit the move. And then Black has to do this. Actually, it was Black, and then now it's White to move. Now White has to do the same thing. He has to move on all of the active boards. But let's say White makes a time jump. If White makes a time jump into the past and creates a new timeline, now notice that the timeline that Black created becomes active. So now that before Black created more timelines than White, and now White created a timeline. Now it's kind of more balanced, so that activates the inactive timeline for Black because it's trying to stay balanced. Each player has to make the same number of timelines. So now that White has created one also, now one of Black's timelines becomes activated. And now Black has to move on both of these boards that are created in here. Black is in check. It's just a direct check. So we'll just block it. And then Black has to move on this board too. So I think this might be game over if I click submit. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Well, actually, so like let's play a check. So notice on this board, on the very bottom board, I'm playing rook to c5 check. It's actually skewering both kings, and so you cannot block. Yeah, you cannot block the check. If you move one king, then the other king gets captured. So the only way to get out of this is to make a time travel move. You see, it's check. You have to time travel and capture this rook on the bottom timeline in order to escape this check. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know. I don't know if you want to play this out. This is just an example game.
No, yeah. No, that was that's cool. That's a great. I think that's a decent intro for people who are looking for some basic rules and logistics of 5D chess. I think that was a relatively good breakdown right there.
Okay. Well, it's actually the time kind of slipped by. It's already almost 7.
Yeah, I know. I noticed. Yeah. I'll definitely have. Let's see. Are you ever free in the afternoons? I'll definitely have some times in the afternoon.
Yeah, sure. Tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, let me see. That should work for me too, actually. Well, it depends on what time of the afternoon, but we'll figure it out. We definitely should set a time to finish our game.
Yeah, I think you liked earlier afternoon, so I could do that tomorrow.
Yeah, I should be free then, actually.
Yeah, so maybe around 1 Pacific. So if you want to, we can do some more puzzles. Or actually, I'll create a public match, and then we'll just play a quick game from there. We'll just start a new game. We don't have to finish it. So let's forfeit this game. Here, I'll start a public challenge. So I'll do custom match. Let's see. I will be Black since I was White in the other game. So no clock. I like Princess the best, but most of the other 5D chess players don't. So I'll create a public match and go to public match. It'll be there. It says variant standard.
Princess is where the queens are tempered down a little bit.
Yes, exactly. So go to public match. The challenge will be there, and you can just accept it.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about stream delay or anything. Now that we're playing.
Oh, I see. There's like 3 options or.
So you go to the tab that says public match, and it says join match, and it says variant standard Princess. Clock's off. You play Black.
Okay, you're the only one offering a match right now, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there's not like tons and tons of people playing this game, I don't think. Okay, good luck. So I'm Black. So we'll explore some possibilities here. We'll just play quickly.
Yeah.
I think it's good to play knight f6 on move 1, because sometimes the bishop... There's actually a really neat trick I was looking up in my last chess stream, where we
Yeah.
play f3 on turn 5 or f4 on turn 4 or 5. That opens up the bishop on f1 to time travel back to f7 on turn 1.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
were
kind of
showing me
neat.
some of those.
It's in the
You were showing
video that I had there.
You were showing me some of those tricks, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, we'll just play a normal game. I'll try to go quickly. Yeah, if there's any questions, like, let's, yeah, you can, like, ask, like, what do you think about this move or whatever?
Sure, sure. Okay. I'm gonna go knight here. I'm blocking your potential threats. I'm trying to, at least.
So here, so if you're looking at the bishop, I just played bishop f5.
Oh, I didn't block you. I didn't block you because I played in the future, so I didn't block. I didn't block your potential checks from the past, I guess.
The future. Well, the future is the present actually, because there's no.
So when I played knight f3, I didn't block. Uh, when I played knight f3, I didn't block your bishop from going to f2, did I?
You didn't, because let's say the bishop was a rook, then I can't take, like in traditional chess, if my bishop was like a queen, then I can't take on f2 on the next turn. In normal chess.
Sure.
But I can still time travel back in the past. If you're looking at the way the bishop travels, so the green squares you see. So one turn in the past, I'll go one square up, down, left, right. Also, two turns in the past, I'll go two squares up, down, left, right, and finally 3 turns in the past, I can actually take on f7. So yeah, we were talking about the concept of a diagonal is moving in 2 dimensions at once.
So if I wanted to block your bishop from going there, I had to play knight f3 earlier.
Yes, you would have to play knight f3 on. So the turn where you played turn 2, t2, you would have to play knight f3 on turn 2. On turn you played knight c3, but if your knight on f3 if you played knight f3 instead of knight c3 on turn 2, then I wouldn't be able to time travel back, because then the f3 square on turn 2 would be occupied, and bishops cannot jump over other pieces. So I can take on f7. So I believe that's why it's a good idea to play knight f6 on move 1. So actually, I kind of want to do like an example, just to show you. So like I can give this sacrifice right here. Do you want to continue this game, or do you want to like show you an example?
We could continue for fun. No, so, for a few minutes.
You want to continue this game? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, you mean you're not going to go ahead and sacrifice? Is what you mean?
Oh, I did. I submitted the move.
Okay, I'm not. It's not. Is it short? It's not letting me do. Hold on. Oh, okay. I see. Oh, it says my king's in check. Okay, yeah. So it's only giving me one option, or not one option, but
yeah, you can go king d2, but probably should take.
I can go king d2, and I can't move my king into a different timeline, can I?
Well, actually, you can, because this is only a check in the present. So it's only your present king that's in check, not a past king. So you can travel from the present. So you can travel to another timeline to escape check. So you can try to do that, and you'll see it show up.
It's not letting me do that for some reason.
You gotta click undo. So when it shows the check, the red border, you gotta click undo move.
Okay.
Click undo move, and you can try. Yeah, you can try jumping with your king to the above timeline. So you could.
Above?
Yeah. So click your king, and then click. So right now you're on this board, which is T2 line 1. Okay. So the main timeline is line 0. Your king right now is on T2 line 0. Turn 2 line 0. Your king could travel to line 0 on turn 1, which is one move in the past, and to the above timeline. He could also travel to turn 2 L0, or he can travel to turn 3 L0. You can actually jump into the future if the future is defined on another timeline. So you can try that out and see if you can do it. And it'll create a new timeline by doing that.
I see those options.
Yeah.
I see those options.
Yeah, so you can just test it out without pressing submit so that it shows on the stream.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Oh, okay. It will show on your stream if I do it.
Yeah. So just just try the move, but don't press submit, and it'll show on the stream.
Okay, I did that. Is it showing on your stream?
So what move did you try to make?
I actually try to make the move. Oh, let's see.
You want to move king to just move the king to the above timeline anywhere. It should show, but don't press submit.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm trying to move it. That's crazy. I'm trying to.
Or maybe I could do a similar move when it's my turn. You could just capture the bishop, and then I can try something similar on my turn.
It's not. It's showing me that I can move my king to different timelines.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's not letting me do it.
Oh, that's right. Because the squares. Oh, you can. Oh, let's see. You would have to move from here to D2. So I'm actually putting my cursor over. So you actually can't move into the past, and the reason why is because all the squares F1, E1, D1, F2, E2, D2 are occupied. So you can't go there, but you can move to D2 on the above timeline, or D2 in the on turn 2, or D2 on turn 3.
I get when I change the view, it's not letting me move it there. I get it.
Okay, look, yeah. So look, now it shows up, and it creates a new timeline because you've altered the past. See, and now your king is out of check.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to, you can submit the move. This is just kind of like an instructional game. But let's see.
Yeah.
So I could.
I'll play a bad move for. I'll play a bad move for fun. I think it's a bad move.
Okay, well, it's good to play bad moves and learn. Yes. So just to figure out what's going on. So here I can actually jump with my bishop. That's on the bottom timeline for me. It would be the top timeline for you. I can jump with my bishop, and I can jump across a timeline, and I can go bishop f4 on the top timeline for me. So you can see that move, right? I haven't pressed submit, but you can see that move, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can press submit. So this is it doesn't create a new timeline because the feature is not defined on the top board. But if I move to the middle timeline, let's say I play bishop takes f1 on the middle timeline, it does create a new timeline because the feature is defined on this main 0L timeline. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay. So if the future's defined. Oh, I see. Because if the future's already defined, it messes everything up, and you have to make a new timeline. I kind of see.
Exactly. So if the future is defined, then going there would create a new timeline, an alternate future. If the future is not defined, then going there won't. It'll just be the present. It'll just be the normal timeline. So I could make a move. That
totally makes.
Yeah. So
that totally makes sense.
Notice it's my top board, your bottom board. If I move my bishop to f4 there, future's undefined.
Okay,
to create a new timeline.
Perfect. Gotcha.
Okay, so I click submit. So now
your bishop would no longer be in the top timeline because I forgot what you define it as, what you label it as. But the bishop is not there on F. It's no longer on F2 in that top timeline, whatever it's called.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess you can say top. I'll just say we'll just say top is your top to make it easier. So bottom timeline. Yeah. So the bishop left the top timeline and traveled to the bottom timeline, and that counts as a turn on both of those timelines. So now you're in check on the bottom timeline.
Yeah. Now bishops can't move diagonal across timelines.
Well, if it's moving diagonal, it's staying in one board. So what you in traditional chess you think as diagonal is moving along X and Y. So if you see a bishop moving diagonally, it's staying on the same board.
Yeah. If it's moving, like you said, the timeline's a different axis. Like you call it Z or something.
Yeah. So like we have the X which is side to side, Y which is up and down, and then we have the L timeline which is across timelines, and we have the time axis which is back in time. You go back, moving along the time axis is going back in time, moving along the L axis is going across timelines. So that's what my bishop did. He moved across timelines, He moved in the L axis, but he also moved from f2 to f4, so he moved along the y axis. So he moving a diagonal is moving 2 axes. So
what would the rook be able to do?
So the rook can only move one axis at a time. So the bishop moves 2 axes at a time. So traditional chess moves x and y at the same time. The bishop move I just did, he moved along L and y. So the L axis and the y axis, the bishop moved along. So, and he didn't move at all in the x axis or the time axis. So if you make just a normal diagonal bishop move in 5D chess, he's moving along x and y, but he's not moving along L or t. So you're moving along 2 of the 4 axes at the same time. That's a diagonal.
Yeah. So could you make this, if you go from could you still go, if you're a rook, could you still go from f2 to f4, but you're not putting the king in check, basically?
Yeah. So okay, let's I don't know. Let's see. How do I? Let's just. I'll make it so that I can make a rook move. So just get out of check, and then I'll try to open up my rooks, and I'll show you how a rook moves to make it easier.
Yeah.
So bishops move on 2 axes at the same time. Rooks only move on 1 axis at the same time. So either the rook is moving up and down along the y-axis, or he's side to side along the x-axis, or he could move only on the time axis, or he can move only on the line axis. And I'll show you what that means if I can get my rook to where it can move. Right now the rooks are blocked in by pawns. Hello?
Hello, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and you can just play like e3, get out of check.
Oh, I play a move, sorry.
Yeah, and then you also got to move on the top board.
Because it's another present.
Yeah.
Oh, it's white's turn. And I don't have to move in the middle because it's already caught up. Huh?
Yeah, so the middle already has, yeah, exactly. You only have to move.
And it won't let me move in the middle, will it?
It wouldn't let you move. Yeah, because you could. You have the option of moving in the future, but you don't have to until it catches up there. Unless there's a good move, unless you have to do like a time jump. So I'm just gonna activate my rooks just to see how the rooks move.
Yeah.
Oh, let's just do the other side. Okay, I'm just gonna sacrifice my bishop. Oh, if you take my bishop, then it opens up the e file anyway. Okay, so now it's your turn. I'm just gonna show you how a rook moves.
Yeah.
Okay, so on a couple more turns, I'll show you.
It's not letting me castle on the middle present.
It's not letting you castle? Oh, you don't want to move on the middle board until you just want to move where it says the present, and then just wait and see what happens before moving on the other board. So it'll let you submit your moves if you make all your moves that are in the present. You don't have to make a move from the future.
Okay, it won't let me do any moves in the future right now.
Don't worry about moving in the future. Just move on the present and then click submit.
But why did it let me move? It let me move in the future earlier, but not right now.
Well, because it's black to move in the future. So I have the option of moving. Yeah,
gosh,
so
that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, so
that makes
the
sense.
latest board. If it's black, then it's black to move. If it's white to move. So I'm just gonna rook lift on both of these boards, and then on the next move, I can show you how the rook moves.
Okay.
So don't capture my rooks, or I won't be able to show you.
Or you'll cry. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
So now let me. You can look at the stream. Let's see. I'll select the rook on the bottom board on a6. Notice he can go just like a traditional rook moves, up, down, left, right, x and y. But he can also move. Here, I'll show you a move he can do. He can move to a6 on the top board like this. So he's only moving along the L axis to make this move. He can also move here, a6 on the middle board. He's only move along the L axis. So let's make a move. We can make a move back in time. He can move all the way back to, what turn is this? Turn 2. He can move all the way to a6 on turn 2. In this move, he's only moving on the time axis. You see, and
Yeah.
the X and Y and L stay the same. So, yeah, just click on the rook, and you can see how
Oh,
it moves.
he stays in the same spot basically.
He stays in the same spot. So look, rook moves. So he can either move only on the x-axis, or only on the y-axis, or only on the l-axis, or only on.
Oh, he's staying in the same. He's staying in the same spot because he can only stay in the same axis.
So, right.
But,
So if he's
okay,
moving back in time, then he's gonna stay on the same square. Or if he's moving across
that-
timelines, he's gonna stay on the same square.
whereas a bishop cannot stay in the same square if it moves into different timelines.
Yeah, well, it can stay in the same square. It just has to move on 2 axes. So let me show. Maybe there's a bishop move I can make. I haven't developed my bishops, so I can't show you. Maybe on the, let's see. We're gonna have to trade a bunch of pieces, just to get the pawns out of the way, so it'll be easier to see. So right now there's a lot of pawns. So
Your bishop can jump can move in the past or across timelines and stay in the same square.
Yes. So like, let's say I take my bishop. I can't move my bishop right now. I cannot move my bishop right now. I can make this movement with my bishop. So he moved from. So it's just the rule that a rook can only move in 1 axis at a time in 1 move, but a bishop has to move on 2 axes at a time in 1 move. So when I make this bishop move, you can see the bishop move, right?
Yeah.
He's moving along the L axis. He's moving along the L axis. He's also moving along the X axis.
Yeah, that makes sense, but he can't. If there's like, let's pretend like F8 is empty, right? He can't go.
Right.
If F8's empty, he can't go from F8 to F8, right?
Yeah. If I move from F8 to F8, that would only be 1 axis at a time, and the bishop must move.
And that'd be a rook move, basically.
It would be like moving the bishop from C1 to C2, because that's not allowed in normal chess because it's only moving 1 dimension.
But if it was a rook, and let's say the F8 square was empty, the rook could go from F8 from the top to the F8 to the middle.
Yeah. So rooks must move in only 1 axis at a time. Bishops must move in 2 axes at a time. So there's actually 2 other pieces in 5D chess, and that is the unicorn and the dragon. So I can show you how those.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
As if it wasn't already complicated enough.
Yeah. So to kind of help you understand, so the rook moves in 1 axis at a time. The bishop moves in 2 axes at a time. The unicorn moves in 3 axes at a time. And the dragon moves in all 4 at a time.
Oh, geez, that's like a super queen or something.
Yeah, so do you want me to just show you, start a new game? I'll just forfeit the game and then show you, if that's fine.
Okay.
So here, I'm going to start a new game here. I'm going to go to custom. We're going to do, let's do unicorns first. So focus just unicorns. I will be random color, create public match. Go ahead and go to the public match, and you'll see it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, so now we have the unicorn. Notice the unicorns cannot move right now. If you select the unicorn, they will not be able to move.
What?
Because it would only be moving. So the unicorn, the way it moves is it moves in 3 axes at a time. So the reason why it has no legal moves currently is because it's only moving along 2 axes. It's X and Y. So,
oh, wow.
But
it's restricted.
Go ahead and make a move. Go ahead and make a move, and I'll show you a unicorn move you can make. You can only move the king right now.
Oh my god! It has to move. It has to move across. Oh, basically, there's like it's like a diagonal across a diagonal. Or
it's
something.
A triangle. It's triagonal. So diagonal is 2 dimensions at a time. Triagonal is 3 dimensions at a time. And then there's also quadrigonal, which is all 4 dimensions at a time. That's what the dragon does, and the dragon's not actually a strong piece at all, even though it sounds really strong.
Because he has to worry about too many dimensions to travel.
He has to move in all 4 at once. So go ahead and make a king move. I'll show you what I mean.
Yeah.
Because after you make a king move, now we can time travel back. So now I'm going to select my unicorn, and my unicorn, I guess the bottom left for me is A1. And E5. E5 is your bottom left corner. So I'm going to make my unicorn move. You can see that, right?
Yeah.
So let's break this down. So he moved moved one square up and one square to the right, and he also moved one square back in time. So that's 3 dimensions at once. But he did not move at all in the L axis. So he moved on the X, Y, and T axes, but he did not move in the L axis. So that's 3 dimensions at once. You see?
Well, okay, I'm trying to wrap my head around this.
Takes some getting used to.
Okay. So
I submitted the move. You can try to make a unicorn move yourself now that there's a fast to move to.
Okay.
And as we create more timelines, you'll see other moves that the unicorn can do. It might actually be an accidental checkmate, but we'll see. It'll be checkmate, and you won't realize it's checkmate until it's played.
Yeah. So I can move the unicorn. Wow. Okay. Wow. So if I, what? Like, first of all, does it have an L shape, or does it have? Is it like a king where it moves one space at a time? Is it like what's the?
So think about it like a cube. It's kind of hard to think about 4 dimensions, but you can think about 3 dimensions. Like think about like a cube that's like 3 by 3, and you start on the cube A1 alpha, and let's say you can move from A1 alpha to B2 beta. You see? Does that make sense? So you're moving in all 3 dimensions. So if you have like a 3 by 3 cube, if you move from A1 alpha to B2 beta, then it's moving to the center of the cube because it's 3 by 3. That's a triangle.
Okay.
So yeah, so try making a unicorn move to the past, and hopefully you'll see what I mean.
Okay, so I'm gonna move it there.
Okay, looks good. So we can break down this move. So your unicorn started in the present at let's see, what square would this be? B5, and he moved 1 square to the left, which is A5, and 1 square down, which is A4, and he moved 1 square in the past. So he moved to A4 1 square in the past. He moved both to the left. Well, for me, okay, for you it would be to the right, forward, and 1 back in time. So he moved along 3 dimensions at a time.
So he. Okay, so it's 1 square 3 dimensions.
He moved 1 square in 1 square on the X, Y, and Z axis.
Okay.
So yeah, you submitted. Did you? Okay, it's your turn. So you still gotta move on the board at the bottom. Or at the top, the board that's in the present, so it's still your turn. Oh, actually, I'm black. When am I black? No, you're black. Yeah, you still got to move on the top board for you. Okay, so very good. Look at this. So now your unicorn, he moved along the L axis. So this is the first unicorn to move along the L axis. So he moved 1 square up a timeline. He also moved 1 square to the in the X direction, and he also moved 1 square forward in time. So he moved, but the dimension he did not move in was the let's see. He did not move in the Y direction at all, you see? But he did move a square in the X, L, and T direction. So they call it 5D chess, but it's actually 4D chess. You can only move in 4 dimensions. The 5th dimension is kind of implied, like height, but you can't actually move like that. Does that make sense? Hello?
Sorry, my mic was cut off. Yeah, okay, so okay, I'm wrapping my head around this last move I just played. So
maybe I could draw it on a piece of paper.
I just moved my knight from the past on the top timeline 1 square over to the right.
See, do you study matrices? Maybe I can explain with a matrix.
No, I don't. I took pre-calculus, but
linear algebra.
I took calculus a long time ago.
You didn't take linear algebra?
I don't. It doesn't ring a bell.
So it's like matrix algebra.
I do remember matrices and algebra, but it was a long time ago.
Okay. I don't, would it help me if I explained it using matrix algebra?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, no.
Yeah,
Uh,
differential equations was the hard one for me, not matrix algebra. Okay, so now it's my turn. Oh wait, no, it's still your turn. You have to press submit.
okay, so
Okay, so let's take this unicorn in the center here.
yeah.
You can see how it moves. So, okay, okay, so notice right now this unicorn I selected, the stream has to catch up a little bit. I selected the unicorn in the middle on your top timeline. So when I select him, he can move. So right now he's on the square C2. If he moves up, if he moves to the timeline above it, he'll be moving from C2 to B3 or D3. Okay. If he moves like that and in the past, then he can move to let's see, B2, B3, C3, D2, and E1. So you can see that if he's, yeah, it's just 3 dimensions at a time. So
Yeah, I see.
just kind of
I'm seeing all the possible. I'm looking at all the possible moves.
yeah.
So if it goes up, it could go up and then over. Okay, up and then over. That makes sense. Wait, hold on. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm confused how it goes from just from the top, your bottom to the left or right in the middle. How do you explain that one? Just do that. Move it there for me, please. That would make more sense probably. Can you move your knight to one of the squares in the middle timeline?
You want me to move? Okay, let's move the unicorn to B3 in the middle timeline. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's actually check on this top board for me. I'm in check right now. So okay, this is crazy. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Oh yeah, so my king is in check. I have to do something about this. Let's just move the king here. Oh, but my unicorn. Okay, this is an interesting situation. So if you look here, the unicorn on D5 on your bottom, on your second on -1L, that unicorn is checking my king on +2L. Okay, that's too bad. So I actually have to, okay, that's a problem. I actually have to make a time travel move and try to capture this G8 unicorn. I'm not sure exactly how I can do that. I don't know. This game might just be over. But anyway, maybe we can switch to the dragons now. We can switch to the... Okay, let's just make a random time jump move. Oh, I have to jump with my king. Well, let's try... It's hard to find a legal move. So like when I was first playing, it's hard to find a legal move. I actually have to do a time jump with my king into the past. It's the only way... Oh, except that doesn't work. Wait a minute. What's my legal move? Oh, I have to time jump from... I don't know what to do. And then here, I have to go... Okay, let's just move the king like this. Oh, it's legal. That's interesting. Oh, I can't move to A2. It's totally fine. No. But anyway, let's... Oh, I won. Okay. I submitted, and how did I win? I'm not sure how I won here. It doesn't even show a check.
Yeah.
How did I win? I'm trying to figure this out. See, look, I'm trying to figure out where the check is where I won.
Yeah.
I don't see it. Oh man. It's black to move. What? I don't see any check here, but let's say you make a move. Oh, what? Oh, the check is on this board, huh?
Okay.
I don't know. If you're looking at this, I'm trying to figure this out myself, but okay, so there's a check on the -1L board. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait, I see what's going on. Oh, okay. So, let's undo the move. Oh, what? Oh, okay, that's... Oh, so the piece that gives check. Let's try this again. I'm trying to figure this out myself.
Yeah.
Oh, what the heck? So my knight on b1 in your top board is checking your king on d4 on e4 in your bottom board, and there's no, unless you can capture my unicorn on this square, then it's mate. But it is mate because there's no way to do it. If that makes sense. See, I'm trying to figure this out too. So this game is over, and the reason why is there's no way to stop. There's no way to stop my knight from b1 on the top board from taking your king on e4 in the bottom board. There's no way to stop that move, and so it's game over. So if you're looking, let me just show you. Did you get to see it? Like, you could just look at the stream.
Yeah. I saw.
There's no way to stop it, so I guess it's game over. Let me show you the dragon, though. Can I do that?
Yeah. So does it move? Is the unicorn moving in straight lines? Basically,
he's moving in straight lines, yes. But he has to move in 3 dimensions out of the 4 at a time.
So I guess I forgot to ask that. It's not moving in 2 directions and then one in a different direction. It's literally moving in straight lines.
Yes. Yes. So, but okay, it's not 2 and so like a traditional knight will move 2 squares and then 1 square. The unicorn moves 1 square, 1 square, 1 square. So
only one square,
but in 3 different dimensions at the same time.
Okay, so it can't move. It can't move in a straight line ever.
Yeah, so it's not going to move like 2 squares in the X and 1 square in the L and 1 square in the Y. It's going to be 1 to 1 to 1. So the only piece that doesn't move 1 to 1 ratio is the knight. So the knight's the only piece that's not linear. So here, let's just finish the game. I'll start a new game. Oh, someone just started a bronze game. I bet I know who that is. But anyway, let's I'll start a new. It's 7:30. I don't know if you need to go.
Yeah, I gotta go ahead and go, but yeah, that was really interesting. So the unicorn's linear. Is it stronger than a queen?
I'm not sure. No, this queen actually combines the rook, bishop, unicorn, and dragon. So here, let's make. I'm doing the dragons game on the stream right now. Maybe if
a queen actually. A queen has the power of a unicorn?
Yes. So queen is bishop, rook, unicorn, and dragon combined. So the dragon, he has to move 1 square, but in all 4 dimensions at the same time. So I'm going to take my dragon and move him from, let's see what, okay, it's black to move. So I'll take my dragon from d5 and move him to e4, but he's also moving in the time and the L axis. So he's moving in all 4 axes at the same time. So that's how a unicorn moves. And actually, because of that, an interesting thing that happens is you can have a light square. One dragon will stay on a light square, the other dragon will stay on a dark square, just like the bishops in normal chess. No matter how it moves, it's because it has to move in all 4 dimensions. It'll stay a light square or a dark square dragon.
Yeah.
So like, okay, sense. Now I can move this white dragon back to from the future back to the present. Okay, let's just submit. So I can do something like this. You see, it's kind of how so it moves diagonally, but also goes diagonally L and T. So 1 dimension, 1 square in each dimension. See, this is if you can visualize how the dragon moves, and you can always watch the YouTube video after and kind of try to piece it together. But I know you have to go, so
yeah, thanks for having me as a guest.
Of course, yes.
And yeah. And I guess I just noticed I'm ChessJoachJohn instead of Coach John, but that's okay. You can fix that later.
Oh, what did you notice?
That in the description I'm ChessJoachJohn instead of Coach John.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I can edit the description later. Yeah. Okay. Well.
Yeah, no worries.
Have a good day. Rest of your night, John.
Yeah. Thank you. And I'll keep looking at. I thought I was confident with the game, and all of a sudden there's the queen and the unicorns and the dragons. So it's like. So I guess the dragons and and the unicorns are part of the queen move, huh?
Yeah, so like with princess, the princess is only rook and bishop combined, but a queen is rook, bishop, plus the unicorn, plus the dragon.
Oh, so princess is like the traditional queen.
Yeah, it's just rook and bishop, but it cannot move like a unicorn or dragon.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay,
Okay.
gotcha.
All right, take care, John. Have a good night. We'll
Yeah, I
see
look
you.
forward to figuring out the princess and the dragon. That's interesting.
Okay, yeah. You
I'm
can
sorry,
always,
the unicorn, the dragon.
yeah, just watch the video, or you could just ask questions in the Discord and provide screenshots. I can try to help
Okay.
you out.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Have a good night. I'll disconnect from
Bye.
the Discord. Bye.
Bye.
Disconnect. Okay, I think, yes, I'm still on stream now. What should I do now? Okay, I don't know if I want to continue this stream. But I do have a brawn challenge. Let's do forfeit game. There's a brawn challenge here. Fine, let's just take it. I'm just gonna try to play what my opponent also did. Let's see, what's the idea? The idea. So I have the first move, so I don't know. Okay, so I must have something here. I can't do any time jump now. So what's the threat here? What is the threat? Is this Zugzwang? This can't be Zugzwang, can it? Wait, is this Zugzwang? How could this be Zugzwang? Well, I'll play the only move I think does anything. Okay. Uh-oh, how do I get out of... How do I even get out of this? So I'm in check. Only way out is king here. But it looks like it's gonna be mate. Okay, oh, that's strange. Wow, okay. That is crazy. Queen is the pawn. Captures the pawn, it becomes a queen, and the queen is protected by the brawn on... Oh no, because I can't capture it because this brawn on a3 is checking my king on a2. So this must be a Zugzwang position right here on turn 3. Okay, well. Okay, I'm not sure what else to do now. I was studying theory. I don't know if there's anyone who wants to play. It's kind of a short stream. Very quiet here. Well, it's a YouTube video, so maybe it doesn't have to be so long because it's a YouTube video. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see how the 5D chess Discord is. Let's see, maybe I can do something. Well, it'll probably just have to be another stream. It's been an hour now. I don't see any like challenges. Public match. Okay, we have a challenge here. Let's take this challenge. Normal speed. Okay, hopefully now I know the theory. Well, he didn't do the mate, so... Okay, maybe it's all okay. Medium time control here. go with queen to b6. On the next move, I can go to c5, d4, e3, f2. That's interesting. Oh no. c5, d4, e3. Yeah, I can't do it yet, so I'll play queen b6 on the next move. I just need to make sure. This is interesting. I could do something like this, just, I don't know. This is kind of experimental. I'm not gonna like, just so that there's no check. Oh, what am I doing? That's stupid. Because there will be a check on the next turn. Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay, maybe this still works, though. Now, oh, he didn't play check, so I believe I can time travel, yeah. But his knight is out, that's too bad. I don't think this would work unless if my opponent knows the theory, then his knight is out, so it's like, might not even work. The check. So now the idea, okay, so the thing is that the knight f3 move stops checks coming from f file or h file, so I gotta play from this angle. Sure what b4 does. But the king was on f2 back here. That means I can check him from e3, d4, so I have to get my queen here on the next move. I don't see why I can't do that. I don't see a reason why I can't do that. So b6 will go to c5, d4, e3. As long as I get my queen out here on the next move, I should be fine. And how does he block? I don't think... Oh, I think this is just going to be mate. I don't see a move where he can capture my queen. There's no move he can even attack my queen. That's what it seems. I'll just play this move then. Okay, so... Okay, on the next move, f2, e3, d4, c5. Okay. So, next move it should be mate. Okay, but it's a soft timeline, yep. There we go. So this is the theory in action here. So white must time travel from this top board. Somehow try to capture my queen on b6. So how is he gonna do that? He might need to time jump with the queen. Although he can't move his queen, because on this board, all the squares are closed off. So queen can move with his... Oh, he can't even time travel with his queen. That's kind of sad. What can he time travel with? He can time travel with the bishop. Time travel with the bishop looks like the best bet. Somehow try to get rid of my queen here. But his timeline's going to be up here when he creates it. That's going to make it even more difficult for him to time travel bishop. Can he do it with a knight here? Maybe he can. Let's see. Honestly, it's looking kind of hopeless for white. I don't see how white could possibly take this queen on b6. We'll have to, yeah, he'll just have to go as far back as possible. So if I don't want this, so if this bishop remains on b4, there is a chance he could take my queen like this. Or if the bishop gets to b6, there's also a chance that could happen. Let's see, and we each created a timeline. He could still try for the queen sack idea. Although I do want to watch my e7 pawn here. So maybe, okay. Let's try, we can just develop the knight. I don't think it's too much danger in taking on e7 here. As long as I can attack the bishop. As long as the bishop doesn't remain on b5. I think I'm good. So, I don't know. I kind of want to play a5. And, yeah. Let's just go with this. So creating an immediate threat on the bishop, he cannot remain on b4, this top board here. Of course, the only other option is for him to, let's see, he'd have to get to b6 safely and then time travel 2 moves in the future. So he'd have to time travel from here. From b6, but b6 is well guarded. Okay, so now it looks like the knight is the one that's going to attempt, and if the knight goes to... So the knight has to go to either b5, which is most likely. If the knight gets to b5, he can make the jump. So I think I want to play the move pawn to c6, guard b5. I think b6 is still covered. Am I missing something? If I take the bishop, knight b5, but then I could play c6 the next move. How about I just take this bishop right now? If knight b5, I'll just play pawn to c6. However, there's an issue with this open. He could go knight e6, but or I could just play rook a5. Is also a move that could be played. Here, yeah, let's just take it. Right, so knight b5. If I play c6, knight e6 is a possibility, so I don't really want to allow that. I will just play... He has no checks. So how about just rook a5? And then try to evict that knight. Just get rid of the knight at all costs, as long as he can't jump from b5 over here 2 turns later. So I'm not sure how he manages this. So let's just go with it. Okay, let's see. What's he trying now? So he has... So I gotta get rid of this. I can actually... Okay. I have one more turn to get rid of this knight. So another option he could try... he would have to get his bishop to b5. Hello, Lospro SPQR. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you're here. So I see you stream on Twitch also. So how's the streaming going on Twitch? So I think I gotta take this knight now. But the question is there any other way he can access b6 down here later? How can he access b6 down here? On the next move, I don't think he can. If he can get his queen to b5, or here, then he can. I don't see. I don't see any reason not to take the knight. I could procrastinate and take him on the next turn, but no, I'll just take him now. So he could take with a bishop, he could also bring the queen out. But he has to jump and take the queen on the next turn after this, or it's mate. And I don't quite see how he does that. So on the very next turn he has to play take the queen, or it's just mate. He could create another timeline, but then his timeline's even further, so knights can't even access this board. Okay, let's just make... Okay, so he can't jump from here to there. Let's see, what can he do? He can't do it. He has to start from b4. So what I could do is, I could just develop a piece and pretend like nothing happened. So he pretty much has to time travel with his bishop. Or with something. Create a new timeline. But of course knights would be useless in that timeline. Oh yes, definitely. Yeah, I'm looking for more 5D chess streamers. That's great. I'm glad to hear about it. You stream on Twitch or tournaments, or did you mean 4 tournaments you stream on Twitch? That's yeah. So there's a reason why I'm not streaming on Twitch. Is because if I don't do any more streams, I will get affiliate by March 1st. And that's because of the viewer count average. If I stream on Twitch, that means I'm taking a risk by getting less than 3 viewers. And possibly jeopardizing the average of 3 viewers requirement. So I should be back on Twitch by, let's see, March 1st at the earliest. Okay, so now he's time traveling with the bishop. Now this bishop is going to try... Okay, whoa, what timeline is this? Oh, so I played... Okay. Okay, so here we go. So the way he can take this guy is from b3 or from e6 with the bishop. So that's going to be a difficult task. But I can try to get rid of this bishop right away. I can just take... Well, the knight's useless anyway. What I want to get rid of is any bishops or queens. The knight's... There's no way for this knight to capture this queen here, because it's 3 squares away. So I need to... So the knights... I don't want to worry about this knight here. I just need to get rid of the bishop. And he he has no more timelines, so let's give this a go. Oh, let's see. So, Los Bro, could you tell me what time zone you live in? That would be, it's nice to know, like, the time zones of the 5D chess players. I assume most of them are in America, so, like, this would be a very bad time for Europe. Because it would be, like, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, I think. 4 hours. Yeah, 5 in the morning. It's about 5 in the morning in Europe, so this would probably be a very bad time. And yeah, usually I stream a little bit later than this, maybe like 2 hours later. But then nope, that seems to be the only time when there's nobody. But it's actually morning in Europe. So okay, what's his idea? His idea is to bring his queen out. I think his queen is trying to go to b3 somehow. So he can go to b3 via d5 and then b3. I don't need to take this bishop. I just need to stop him from accessing b3. How about a move like, if I can do that, then that would be excellent. So how about move like d6, and the idea is bishop e3. If he plays d5, I could play knight takes bishop. I like this move because, yeah, bishop e6, if he ever tries to get to b3, my bishop can come and defend b3. The other square he can reach me from is e6, but I don't see any piece safely getting there. He could play a move like queen h5. Let me think. I could play g6 though, and that doesn't... d6, I can give up this rook no problem. I don't think it's a problem at all. So I'm going to go with this move. Oh wait, he has one more move to do it also. He has to do it on the very next move. So that means he's out of time, basically. Yeah, it's definitely harder to find streams on YouTube, but the nice thing about YouTube is that the videos... Okay, so he has to jump... Oh wait, can he jump from d3? I don't think he can. I don't think he can jump from d3, you guys. You'd have to jump from d3 to b6, and that's impossible. You have to do it from b3. So I don't see any way this is doable. He doesn't even have a check here, does he? No check. I don't see a check here. Yeah, I don't see a check. This looks just over. And it is over. A good game. Yes, we have this theoretical... We had the theoretical queen sack. Although, I think I could have played it better. Like, I played pawn to c6. I didn't have to give up my knight. That was kind of stupid, but it gave up me a move to get my queen to b6. And there was no way he could, even attack my queen from this. So, good game. And yes, it's theory. Yeah, so you're in Central Time. Okay, okay. Yeah, so 10 p.m. my time would be about midnight, so okay. Yeah, I feel like the mornings are like a really good time, like 8 a.m. Pacific. Okay, I don't know if anyone wants another game here. So yeah, I kind of learned some standard theory, like with the so like after e3 you just play knight f6, and you play d5 I think, and then against c3 you play knight f6 and a5 a4, and you don't need to know anything else besides that. And that, as long as you know that, then you can stop any scholar's mate type idea. Yeah, the videos don't get deleted. The nice thing about Twitch Turbo is that if you have Twitch Turbo, which I have, your videos will stay on Twitch for 60 days instead of 14. So my videos from December are just now being deleted. So like the ones from Christmas, those ones are being deleted as I speak. So I'll have the the videos after that So basically 60 days. The videos will stay on the I'll just create a custom match. I don't know. I still like Princess better, to be honest. But now now I kind of appreciate standard a little bit more. So like, I don't know, let's just do short time control. Yeah. Yeah, well, good game. That was... Can't really read your username, that's strange. I can up the quality. Yeah, oh yeah, Lost Bro, okay. So yeah, it shows the comments on the stream, but it also shows the comments on the YouTube. So like the comments that I see on the stream, they're kind of, the text is kind of too small. So when you're a more advanced player, play T0. So is T0... So T0, you know, you can actually time travel earlier as black. So your queen can jump onto the earlier move if you're black, which gives black counterattacking chances if white tries to do the attack on one. But it's curious that you say that because so what makes it better for more advanced players? That's what I'm curious to know. That's why it's balanced. Okay, oh yeah, so Princess is better for beginners. T0 is better for advanced. So white and black have to defend. Okay, let's see. What else? Did I miss a comment from you? That's why it's balanced. Yeah, I mean, so like, I mean, I could understand like a person who's a little bit more advanced would like standard better than Princess, but so I think what you're saying is T0 is even better for advanced players. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, by the way, you can send another challenge. If you don't like this challenge, you could just send a different challenge. So there's probably players who don't like stream or whatever, and they're just playing the game. They're just looking for public matches. At least that's how it was back in the summer. I just see a public match and I take it, but I imagine there's quite a bit more players now, and more streams available now. So I would imagine the public matches to be more common, but so far they are not. So we have a game here. Good luck. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that on the first move you want to play knight f6. And the reason why is there's this bishop coming all the way back. As long as I play, let's see, I could play like f4 and move 2. But let's see, an idea. If I want to defend against similar ideas, then I want to do that. There's also just the bishop coming to f4. So defending against the bishop coming to f4 and then sacrificing. That's useful with knight f6, I believe. Because it blocks f6. it blocks f6, thereby preventing access to f7. So white, okay, so yes, so t0 makes it so that black can counterattack instead of just being the defender. Makes sense. Yeah, so there's some counterattacking chances. Yeah, and this is a short time control game, so I gotta move a bit faster now. Okay, so Lexi played this against me. And this kind of does make sense because with the knight on f3, I can't really access f7 anyway. So there are some ideas to just oust this knight, but right now the knight is blocking the bishop. Just like in traditional chess, this bishop cannot move until the knight moves, unless he wants to fianchetto to b3. So I'll just defend. I could do a, let's see, I could take it, but I believe that lets his knight become more active. I think I'd much rather just defend. So now the queen is coming out. Idea, take on d5. Or rather, the princess is coming out. Let's see, is there anything with this bishop? Nothing concrete yet. Oh, just play queen d7. And I think that's okay. I'm kind of up on time. So you're saying you're coming back to princess. So you played princess a lot when you were first learning. Is that what I'm saying? Oh dear, what is this? Uh-oh. I think I would just want to take this. Yeah, what? Okay, this, or do I want to take with the knight actually? Do I want to take with the knight then? Either way I'm winning a pawn. So, let's take with a pawn here. Yeah, so triangle, I mean, it's like, I feel like it's just too tactical. It's like the time travel accent. So like in Princess, it's kind of like you have to apply normal chess principles more, which, because I come from a chess background, I like that better. So like positional things apply. So it because you don't have to worry about the triagonals, you can do more stuff. So he does a time jump. I'm not sure why. Okay. So he's sacrificing his knight here. I think I'll take it. Well, actually, I don't have to move there yet. I'm not sure what this idea is. I could what to do here? Where's he going? He's trying. Let's just develop this knight. Let's just develop here and just see what happens. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's down a timeline already. Oh yeah, so you played a lot of Princess as a beginner. So I actually remember when the before the Princess variant came out, like on Steam. So yeah, I remember there wasn't such a thing. And then there was an update where a lot of variants were added. So I'm actually attacking his queen on a4 on the bottom timeline. Okay, oh, okay, this is his idea, I see. Okay, so I'll just take this knight, and then I will, I should have taken, okay, well, Actually, what should I have done? I could just sacrifice my queen. I'm also attacking this pawn here. I'm gonna sacrifice my queen, but that might be bad news for this top timeline. He can actually... So if he takes my queen... So it's like a queen for a queen. If he takes my queen, I'll take with a bishop. And his knight... Actually, you know what? Let's take the knight here to open... Make sure this file is open. And then let's actually just... Do I want to do this? Does that make sense? That hangs my knight, actually. Let's just save the queen, but I still have to worry about... First of all, my bishop, and also... I have to worry about my bishop, and also this pawn on d5, but I can take with a knight, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. So let's just do that. Okay, so he jumps to, okay, he hasn't submitted the move yet. Okay, so a move I'm thinking about is just bishop e6, and on the next move I can travel to e5, e4, but e4 is blocked at the moment. But it's not blocked on this board. So e4, e3 on the next turn will be e4, e3, e2, and e1. So if he takes my... it looks like on the next turn I will have a bishop or a queen on e6, which will be check. Okay, and now I just got to move on this board. We can just... we could just take here. Yeah, I keep calling it, it's a princess, but yeah, queen. Yeah, so he could either take my bishop, and I'll take with a queen, or he can take my queen and my bishop's putting him in check after the recapture. I believe I calculated that right. Okay, so I mean, in case, okay, he's still thinking. Sure, yeah, definitely, yeah, you can challenge me, definitely. That's what I'm here for. Okay, so I think, I'm pretty sure if I take this knight, it's just a check on this board. It's just a check with this bishop, and then here I can just take with the knight here. I don't know, do I want to take with the princess? Taking with the princess does threaten this pawn. So maybe there's a... It also keeps c4 guarded, so maybe this is an idea. I think this is check. Oh, it is over. It's over. Good game? Yeah, it's just a checkmate. He's down a timeline. Can't create another timeline. Yes, good game. That was a very nice check right there. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Thank you for the game. Whoever you are. Sure, I'll just create another... Yeah, let's just create another whatever. Okay, well, let's see. What kind of challenge do you want to send? You can send me any challenge. I don't really mind which one. So, like, I mean, with the standard variant, just normal queens, that kind of takes a lot of chess openings out of the question. So, like, you don't want to play, like, I think you don't want to play d4. I don't know, but it seems like if you have to worry about triagonals, I do. Well, I'd like to do princess, but if you have another idea, yeah, just send the challenge. Yeah. So if you don't have to worry about triagonals, then that means there's a lot you can play in the opening, I believe, and it more or less resembles normal chess, which is what I like. Oh, T0. Okay. Yeah. So, heard. Do you want to start it or should I start it? Like, what time control, color? Yeah, you could just make a public challenge, and I'll just click it as soon as I see it. Reverse royalty is something that I don't really understand. It's like, do you keep your queens like sheltered the whole time and just not do anything with them? Or I don't know. It's very strange. Do you want to use your queens to attack, or do you want to keep them just sheltered? Like, reversed royalty is very strange to me, but it seems like it's a popular variant. Well, yes, your queen is the one that gets checkmated. Yes, yeah, I get that part, but it's like the question of what to do with the queen because they're so strong. Do you want to bring them out or do you want to keep them sheltered? Because if you keep them sheltered, then that means the queen is like not very useful if she's just being sheltered the whole time. And yes, so the king is a normal piece. Yeah, I get that. So yeah, I'm just curious what the strategy is behind reverse loyalty. Okay, let's see. If this is you, let me know. So good luck. Go. Good luck. So you keep them shelters. I don't know. I was watching. Okay, so good luck to you. So d5. I have found it useful to actually bring your queen out. Oh, what am I talking about? Yeah. So in the games of Princess that I played, like in the tournament, I find it useful to bring your queen out. So if the c pawn takes the d pawn. The queen is out. That's actually an advantage, I believe. Let's see. Do I want to take with a knight, though? Or do I want to take with a queen? I think I want to take with a knight just to... honestly, I don't know. If knight c3, where does the queen go? Princess. So, let's just try taking with a knight here. Jumps. It's too early in the game. Oh, an idea is I could jump like this and open up the E file, if that's useful. But it's gonna take a while for. I don't know. This is kind of crazy. I'm already creating a timeline so early. It doesn't seem wise to me. Just exchange the knights. any point I could just bring my queen out. Let's go knight c6 though. Okay, so interesting move here. Wonder if the bishop's trying to sack for my e7 pawn, but I'll just take with the bishop and then I'll castle maybe. I don't think this is something to worry about, to be honest. Okay, so putting a question to this bishop, maybe I should trade for the knight. If it takes, then just pawn takes. I actually want to keep the bishop though. The bishop is useful. I don't have any jumps yet, I don't think, that are useful. I could do Jurassic bishop. But I'll try to keep... Let's just try to keep him on the board and make black play pawn to g4. Or white play pawn to g4. Yep, okay, here it goes. So there could be a bishop jump here in the future along this g-file. Let's see. Oh no, the bishop blocks itself. I see. That doesn't quite work. I wonder if this is a useful move. Just pinning the knight to the... There's pawn to d3. I could trade in that case. Pawn to d3. I could also just play bishop d3, stopping d3 altogether. Okay, I'll just go with this. If I can get my queen on d3, that looks pretty strong to me. Yeah, I'm kind of down on time. It's a blitz game. Uh-oh. Bishop takes. Capture. Okay, now princess trade has been offered. Do I have any nice jumps here? This princess. Do not. I could just support the princess with the rook. However, okay, this actually looks really good if I can get my knight to e4. If I trade princesses, get my knight to e4, or we could just play out an endgame. I don't mind. I don't think. Yeah, if I can just get my knight to. It's gonna take a few moves though. Just do this. I don't know. It's an endgame, really. It's pretty much an endgame, I'd say. Check. I just take with the king, I guess. Okay, so now we're kind of blitzing. So rook attacks pawn. Again, does the knight have any good jumps? Nope. Okay, so knight is coming in. I do want to keep the knight on the board. So how do I could also try something like this and go for a time jump. Let's see, where's the best square for this guy? I think I'll keep it on the board. the main issue for me is time, though. It's a short time control. So this knight on e5, I actually have an interesting idea. Okay, let's see. I think the idea is to travel to 2 moves back in the past, travel here, where it'll eventually check the king. So if he plays pawn to d3, I can do a fork. Although, yeah, I don't know if that 100% is a great idea. We can do a fork. Oh, I also have this check, this knight check. So I actually think this is a good move, to be honest. 2 moves back. Yeah, I actually think this is going to set up something. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is also. Oh, what is it? Forgot to look at it. Okay. Yeah, this is also a check cross timeline. Yeah, so the knight is checking the king on e2 in the above timeline. Yeah, so, oh yeah, so this knight has to be captured, so that means white has to time travel back. This is not going to be pretty well. Rook could bow back further. Jurassic rook now. So, yeah, only chance is for white to time travel and capture this knight. So I'm sensing a Jurassic rook here. Yeah, all the way could actually, I believe this rook could go. How far can this guy go back? He can actually go further back. He can go all the way to the start, I believe. Yeah, maybe that's the best move for white. But actually, yeah. Yeah, might as well just go all the way to start, you know. There we go. Okay. Now, I kind of have to make sure this rook does not get to the square, e4. So I'm going to cover e4 immediately. Okay, we're going to see what happens now. Actually, yeah, I'll play the move. There's no bishop check. That's kind of nice. This rook's going to be a bit awkward. And this is princess, so again, I don't have to worry about diagonals. It's going to be a while, though. So I'm not sure what black is trying. We're going to have to force the rook away. Okay, let's see. Another path. You could travel with bishop from e2 or g4 or c4. Just develop the knight here. Bishop from e2 or a knight from e3, f4, d4, e5. Wait, what am I talking about? Yeah, so my knight's on e4. Yeah, so a knight from one of these squares. 1, 2, d4, d4, e5, f4, or a bishop from e2, g4, g6, c4. Okay, I don't know. We could pin it, but he could just take it with the rook. I could take this rook right now, but I'm not really concerned about that rook right now. We could just try to develop. Just try to push a5, force the rook to move. I don't know. Okay, so rook is sacrificed. Okay, the knight is trying to get to e5. I see what's going on. That knight gets to e5. It's not great. I don't really want to play e5 myself. Let's just develop the bishop. C4 is an idea, but maybe it's okay. Okay, okay, interesting. It's gonna be a while still. Okay, so now pinning. Probably have to do something about this pin. Okay, maybe I'll castle queenside or something. It's going to be quite a while before the time comes. So just try to get out of the pin like that. Yeah, maybe something like this. I don't know. Bishop is queen, our princess is hit. Maybe just here. Oh, sorry, I wasn't, let's see. Okay, never mind. No new comments. Okay, let's see what to do here. I could maybe just, develop this rook. I don't mind giving it for the bishop. I could probably just do that. Oh, here we go, here we go. Yeah, I thought this might be an idea. Okay, fair enough. So this could be, oh, I see. Maybe I'll just go here because I don't want this bishop to be attacking me. Oh, there's some interesting tactic here. Maybe actually I'm gonna go to a different timeline. Maybe I want to create a new timeline, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Just exile. It's kind of like an exile the king. Okay, I better not. Yeah, whatever. I'll just exile my king. Don't have a lot of time here. Uh-oh. Oh, this is very bad. Oh, that's very bad. I shouldn't have done that. That was so bad. Okay. Oh, I see another thread. Oh, I can see a potential bad thing coming. I don't know, I'm just gonna sacrifice. Whatever I did, that was just terrible. bishop is doing exact nothing. Let's actually move this bishop. Okay, now things are getting kind of interesting. This bishop's also doing nothing. Probably gonna flag this game. Now it's just a time scramble. Man, that was such a bad move. Creating a new timeline. Uh-oh. Queen coming. What's this mean? Okay, what's the threat here exactly? I think it might be to time travel to, this might be a good move. Okay, let's, do something here. Okay. What? Oh, this is bad, isn't it? Oh yeah, there's something there. I can't even take this, can I? Ooh, that is tricky. Wow. This is sad. That was really sad what I did. Yeah, I can't take this at all. Can I do this? Oh man, there's nothing else that can take this. That was so bad. Whatever I did, that was just so bad. Okay, that's sad. Okay, this looks like game over, honestly. Yeah, okay. Let's see. I'll just resign. Good game. Just don't create. Like, there's always the temptation to create a new timeline. So, like, if I just didn't create that new timeline and kind of watch the bishops, that would have been okay. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have castled queenside either. Yeah, so, like, okay, yeah, maybe I should have prepared more for that bishop takes b7. Just guard b7 a little bit more. Pawn to a5 was a key. I think pawn to a5 was a key mistake. Just losing control of the b5 square. Pawn to a5 was bad, so yeah, that loses control. Because my pawn on a6 was guarding b5. And that was a Cree weakness, letting your bishop get to b5. Alright, well, good games, Los Bro. Good to see you on the stream and get to play some games. Take care. Good luck with streaming yourself. Yeah, so guys, for those of you watching, I have a Discord, so please feel free to join it. The link is in the video description, I believe. Castling in general was the blunder. Okay. Yeah, because my king was vulnerable to b7 sacrifices. Yeah, makes sense. But, well, the reason why I castled was to get the knight out of the pin. The knight on c6 was in a pin, so I wanted to castle. So I did make a lot of key. So basically, like, once I had that soft mate on e4 with the knight, I just kind of got, I kind of got like, I got complacent, and I was only worried about taking the knight on e4 eventually, but you had lots of time to launch a counterattack, so that was good. So yeah, so as I was saying, I have a Discord, so the link is in the video description, and I believe, yeah, so you can like, we can like plan 5D streams then, or it doesn't have to be 5D. I stream a lot of different stuff. Yeah, there's a Discord link in the video description. Did I spell? Coach John said I spelled his name wrong. I don't think I did. So yeah, it's nice to find a good time to stream. I could try that. Like right now it's almost 9:00 p.m. So I was wondering if like but you know, after 10 o'clock it doesn't seem to be a good time at all for most. Even though that's when it's morning in Europe. So but I think a lot of the 5D chess players are in America. Well, another thing I was gonna do on the stream was analyze some games, so was gonna go back. Actually wanted to look at the game I played against Lexi. I'll try to see if how much I can remember of it. So like, for example, I kind of want to analyze some games too. It's kind of hard because when you make a challenge, it disappears. So I could just do, it was a princess game. He said it was the last ever princess game he would play on stream. So he kind of went, I believe he went, did he go knight f3? He went, I don't know, something like this. I kind of want this to flip. Let's see, to flip the board you press, how do you flip the board? U. And then it'll just, so I was, I think it was like this. I think he played like, of course I could always go back to the video, but I think he played something like c6. I think it went something like this, and then bishop g5. And I played knight bd7. Played well, he played e3. I believe I played h6, and then I played e6, and then I played bishop. Yeah, he played bishop d3, and I didn't want to. Yeah, I tried to avoid the bishop trade. That made a huge sure this is how my game against Lexi went. But anyway, I kind of sacrificed. I made a huge oversight because now my bishop's just getting attacked. I might have should have traded bishops, and I don't think there's really too much wrong with that. In theory, this is the bad bishop, this is the good bishop, due to most of the pawns being on light scores for me and dark scores for him. But here I played g4, g5, and my idea was to take on g2, and that was misguided, because even if I take on g2, see, what did he do here? What did he do here? He played knight takes, because this also attacks the knight on this. At this point, black's position is clearly not so great, so of course, this was the oversight that it's always the pawn that can recapture back on the new timeline. So of course, this whole idea was completely dead from the beginning, but after this, it kind of got interesting, because even though my position's worse, let's see, what did I do? What did I do with this guy? Did I move the knight? I might have taken this knight. I can't really remember too well. The bishop's pinned. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I have to go on to see Lexi's stream to see what happened. So okay, let's mute site. Let's see. I don't think he streams very often, unfortunately. Last stream? Oh, I thought that was the stream title. So, 11 days ago. I'm not sure which one it was. It wasn't a very long stream. Maybe it was this stream. It was the last game he played. And here I will change it to new scene. So let's see, where was it? Was it here? And I'll unmute the site. Oh, this was the game, yes. This was the game. Okay, let's go back. Still can't hear anything from here. Yeah, this was definitely the game.
He did take, we're gonna take the rook here.
Let me just make this a little bit smaller.
Getting some additional threats on the back rank as well. If queen f6, we're probably gonna take the bishop. And then maybe finish development and castle long or something.
So it was around this point. Make this a little quieter.
Getting some additional threats on the back rank as well. Queen f6, we're probably gonna take the bishop.
For some reason, it's taking a while to load. Maybe it's the quality.
But also offensive, since pawns have much more tactics than pawns. Not sure.
I'm not sure why it's not loading here. Could be because I don't know why it's not loading.
Not sure they do though. Because you don't often push like pawns far anyway.
Wait, hold on. A little bit back.
But also offensive, since pawns have much more tactics than pawns. They cover too much stuff around the.
Okay, what happened was. Oh yes, I sacrificed.
As a matter on reverse world, I
sacrificed the bishop on g4.
What really did it for me? Because you're probably right. Because you don't often push like. If I do like turn 0 defended pawn, It's a knight. Let's go ahead.
So
Let's go ahead and
H3,
kick
yeah.
this.
Let's just make it too square.
And if he takes, we're gonna take those princess. If he goes back, we're gonna push.
Okay, let's see how.
Opening up his pawn structure a little bit. I mean, basically, whereas white is always in the game, right?
So I played G5. He took the bishop.
Because there's no queens to trade. Endgames and 5 chess in general are always fun.
It's taking a while here. Still taking a while to load. Not sure why it's taking so long to load.
Because it's not really endgames, you know? And endgames in 2D chess can be a little bit tedious sometimes because you have to convert like minor advance.
This is
Yeah, like
the
even
same
endgames can be
quality
very
that I
technical.
stream from my laptop 720.
It's pretty cool.
Just trying to see the next move here. Yeah, so I played G5 and I sacrificed the bishop. Okay, what happened here? So I played G5 and I think this is what happened. Let me just make sure. Yeah, let me just flip the view actually. Press U.
Yeah, that's like the general rule. Is the
Just make it normal speed. I think that'll help it.
endgame.
Come on, load.
Once the queens get traded. And he pushes now. If we take this, we win a pawn, right?
Just load.
Take this, we win a pawn. Yeah, let's take the free pawn here. Let's go take the bishop, and then we can take back with the rook. Maybe like G5 is coming. Because the rook's also covering the pawn. If all pawns in turn 0 would be swapped for pawns, would you take place in a tourney where all matches follow it? No. I think standard is better with pawns than with pawns, because pawns they cover too much stuff around the defending player. So it actually would incentivize time traveling even less, because it basically, pawns being stronger always benefits the defending player, because they have more defense options and they just have more squares covered in their camp. So by buffing pawns, which is what pawns are basically, you're saying you want to make 5D chess games more defensive, which I don't think is the way to go. IT takes the pawn, so now we're up a piece, and we can take here actually as well.
Oh, he took with a bishop. Yeah, I believe he did take with a bishop on G5.
We can take here actually as well. Hit the princess, and if pawn captures, we can take the rook. If we take, takes, check, takes, that's nothing. Yeah, let's take here.
Okay, so he takes with the bishop here. Yes, do I have to undo all this? Oh yeah, he didn't. Okay, well, let's just redo this game. Okay, so I don't know the exact move order, but I don't think it mattered in the game. played g5. And here, oh, yeah, he took the bishop, then I took the pawn. Then he took the pawn with the bishop.
But also offensive, since pawns have much more tactics than pawns. Not sure they do though. Because you don't often push like pawns far anyway. One passed pawn can destroy again. Yeah, but when are you ever gonna get a?
Let me actually clear the chat here.
When are you ever gonna get a when are you ever gonna get a passed pawn in standard? That never happens. At least that never happened to me before. Knight time travel check. Knight g2. If knight g2, I can just capture back this pawn right here. That's a classic. That is a classic that doesn't work. Everyone has done it, probably multiple times, but yeah, it doesn't work. That is probably one of the most classic blunders in 5D. I've done this at least like 5 times. In reverse royalty, I can see it. Because there, like we said, it's endgames, right? In the endgames, it becomes much more likely. Alright, he did give up.
So I took with the pawn, and he took my rook.
Yeah.
And then what did I do after this?
Getting some additional threats on the back rank as well. Queen f6, we're probably gonna take the bishop.
I think I played queen f6 here. So let me just update.
And then maybe finish development in castle long or something. I'm not sure what the best way to go about it is in that case.
Going at a better speed now, so I think I can speed this up.
Captured with pawn like that from pawns into what? Oh, it's wise opponent every time.
Queen f6 was next.
Especially if it's a queen travel. Jack has an interesting idea with knight e3 followed by g4. Yeah, but if g4 I don't move the knight, I just give it back. I'm up like so much material here, it doesn't matter. Alright, moves the queen out, or the princess rather. We're gonna take the bishop here.
Yeah, so when does material matter in this game?
It's gonna take everything.
So we played rook takes bishop.
And I think we're gonna
queen f6, rook takes bishop.
The princess check next, and then just finish development.
Okay. Oh, actually, I'm gonna take a quick break. I play knight takes or king takes here?
Maybe we should take a moment and cover f2 maybe once. Maybe play like princess here. Let's be safe. I mean, we have so much material. This is just gonna take a while to convert. Another reason why I prefer standard. Because there's nothing going on here. King takes will probably take like one move to play like queen e2 or like princess e2 and then develop, I guess.
See, I might be able to speed this up a bit without it lagging.
I don't think we have any tricks here with like knight
Okay.
here, here, then hitting.
Yeah,
this,
so I played knight takes.
Yeah, let's probably just play. Let's just play this and be safe, and then just play on material advantage. Maybe knight d2 next and long castles or something. Or we can go bishop check.
And he played queen e2. See if I can speed it up.
Check.
even more.
Chat. Not chat. Solving pawns and pawns.
Okay, that's just 2x.
No, I didn't say like a stupid defense. I said it incentivizes time to traveling even less because it buffs the defending player. So it actually makes the time traveling less because it always helps the defending player. So it doesn't make it obviously buffs both sides the same way. But I think it just leads to less time travel, which I don't like. It kind of undermines like the concept of like strong and weak squares in your center because like everything's just gonna be like there's too much stuff covered. It's not what chess makes chess great in my opinion. I like the dynamic. I feel like if you have something that works, don't change it. And right now we're in a great spot with the standard ones we have. I think I'll probably keep it like that. Knight c6. Let's develop this last piece.
Okay, knight c6, knight
Game.
b d2.
And once we develop, we're just gonna start attacking.
Pawn c6, knight b d2.
Convert all material advantage. Oh, we have again. We should only have one piece.
Interesting parts coming.
So how do we start attacking after this? Probably gonna get the book into the game somehow. I'm gonna castle next move.
So if you look at the material, I'm just down a piece. Wait, yeah.
3, knight c5 or something.
I'm just down a piece, right? Yeah, it's just down a whole piece.
Probably long castle first.
And down a bunch of time.
Queen here, so it's right
Queen h6, yeah. So I debated here between.
Should be a fun way to defend this.
Oh, this is a good time to pause. So queen h6, I was debating queen h6 or queen h8 here. The idea going to the past, and I believe queen h6 was the superior move. I calculated that. Let me show it. I'll just play queen h6 here, and then. Yeah, so queen h6 was the superior move that I found, and it looks like he just let me time travel back. So what move did he play here?
Might have some time travel to jump later. It shouldn't be a big problem though. There's a lot of forcing moves. So let's see. Let's go ahead and castle here. Let's prevent this checkmate. Let's just cover this basically. You jump now. We're gonna jump. You can up here, take a look, I guess. Yeah. If he takes, we can block like the bishop. I don't think seems anything. Also the prince is hanging. Apart from that, we're just gonna keep playing on this board. Right, he goes whites.
Okay, well I missed the move. My bad.
Apart from that, we're just gonna keep playing on this
He
board.
castled.
Right, he goes whites.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, yes, he castled queen.
I don't think seems anything. Also the prince is hanging. Apart from that, we're just gonna keep playing on this board.
Very interesting. So he just kind of ignores this whole queen traveling idea. So now the queen travels. So if my queen was on h8, she could only go to. At some point, she does get blocked. So if queen was on h8, this file has been open for a long time. Queen was on h8, she would go to. Let's see, what would that be? h5, h4, h3, h3 here, but it's covered by the rook. h4 here, it's covered by the knight. h5 here doesn't do anything. I'm in check, I can't even go there. So it's a3, a2, A1, maybe this is better? That would have been interesting. Queen h8 and then go to go h1 here. I'd have to go to a square where it's black to move. Oh, yeah, that still works. 3 h2 h1. So after pawn to h3, queen takes pawn, or queen princess takes pawn. Who knows? This is before I sacrificed a piece, so maybe this was better? Yeah, so I would have been time traveling to a square where before I sacrificed a piece. So I wouldn't be down a piece in that timeline. But here I go to, go here. And this is kind of where it gets interesting. Because I have this kind of a soft mate going on here. And I'm just I'm in such slow time that I just blunder. Yeah, that was kind of it. I had a really nice soft mate, and then I ended up exiling kings, and then that's what happened.
Right, goes once. Oh, we can actually play the king up maybe even. Probably not. I just take. Let's go ahead and probably drop the bishop back. Drop the bishop back. Princess takes. King takes. That's alright. That's alright. Let's go. There was it. Fairly safe here.
Okay, so he blocks with a bishop here. Yeah, so he blocks with the bishop. If I was a little bit further back, yeah, he could still block with the bishop. And what do I even have anything here? I'm not sure. Well, I do have another piece that I wouldn't otherwise have, but other than that, I could try for another jump from the queen here and do another soft mate. But at least I'd be up a piece back here. I didn't really have too much of an attack back then. Well, anyway, it might have led to a similar position, except I would be up a piece in that timeline. I think that's really the main difference, if not the only difference.
Long time no see, dude. How are you doing? We just played a league match earlier. If you haven't seen it yet, there's like a huge tournament going on the Twtich chess Discord. So we're seeing like a huge resurgence of players now. And now we're just playing some casual games.
So I take he drops the bishop back, and then I take on g5.
How do we convert this?
So that's the idea. So now, after I do that, I have... It's 3 minors for 3 minors, and I still have the attack. So yeah. So maybe this was better, because I do get to win back the bishop on g4. If it was a move earlier... If it was 2 moves earlier, there would be no such way to win a piece. So it's kind of the same thing. It's just further back. It's just further... It's not as far back, and... yeah, I don't know. I have this really nice knight. I think this knight is good. It has some potential here.
This one gets a bit weird. We still have to make like a decent amount of moves and play like an endgame, I guess. I'll probably go like queen here to be more safe. It's okay. Just cover everything near the king. Go like knight here again.
So I think the stream is about 3 hours old at this point, so maybe this is a good time to end it.
Because it's just, I don't know, I just don't feel this is game mode, you know? It's just a little bit too slow for my taste. If there were like shorter times in the game, like 5 minutes per game, I think I could see this mode being more fun, but that stands, I don't know. Just a little bit too slow for my taste.
Okay, so what happened? I took, and then he played queen e2.
Can you check the Discord for me, Spanner?
Yeah, queen e2 is what he played.
Yes. If you're not on my Discord, you should join it. Always need some fresh people in as well to keep up to date on the whole. Just don't get how people think that substituting one would affect the game very much. But how does it? If it affects the game at all, it's in a negative way. Is the thing. And I just don't see the point, basically. And I think my point's valid. That it just incentivizes time the players have more defense options. It would be negative. Do you have to explain for a certain now? I think I made my point.
Oh yeah, and by the way, I wasn't watching the stream at the time the game was being played. I was off the stream. It's always nice to watch it afterwards, though.
The board's slowly catching up here.
So what did he play?
B6, probably just like a call move like this.
So I played, what did I play? I played C6 and then he played knight BD2.
Maybe capture the princess somehow, probably not. Like from the bottom here. That's actually funny because we just cast it. But yeah, that's okay anyway. Alright, here come the inactive timelines. Is this how people play princess? Because if he does this, we actually made it. So we don't have to play on this. We can just ignore this timeline. But okay. So now we're up. Queen on the main timeline. We're just be playing here. So let's see. Can we delay the king's jumping for a little bit? It's actually not that easy. Okay, let's go. Knight b3 here. Yeah, this only like I don't know. I don't mean to be rude, but this game has been over since like this move basically. And
okay, so this is where I created the inactive timeline.
Anyway, this game has been over.
What did the move look like?
Okay, let's go.
You went knight b3?
Yeah, this only like I don't know.
Oh wait, no,
Not that easy. Okay, let's go.
White.
For a little bit. It's actually not that easy. The main tunnel. We're just playing here, so let's see. Can we delay? Okay.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Because if he does this, we actually made it. So we can. Oh, probably not.
Not paying attention.
From the bottom here. It's actually funny because we just cast it. Yeah, that's okay anyway. Alright, here come the inactive timelines.
Okay, yeah, so this is where I created an inactive timeline. Okay, this might be a good to be continued moment. I don't know if I'll actually analyze this this game. It's kind of hard to do so, but yeah. But it creates a soft mate here, so I think this was a good strategy. The key blunder came later. I couldn't really see anything better here, but like the situation is my time. My time wasn't too great. Yeah, I think I have something to do tonight, so I think this would be a good time to end the stream. But thank you guys for watching, and be sure to join the Discord and follow me on Twitch. I should be back on Twitch by March 1st. Okay, so thank you guys. I will see you next time. Bye.